Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brigitte, and today we're doing some meal prep. We're gonna prep some snacks, we're gonna prep some things for dinner, prep some stuff for the kids while I'm gone, and for the baby because he goes to daycare. But before we can do any of that, I need to get these dishes done because I like to start with a clean slate. So these dishes have been piling up for a couple of days, so I really needed to start the dishwasher, get them all washed by hand that I needed to get them washed by hand, and then we are going to start pulling out ingredients to get prepping. I usually make my own dishwasher detergent, but I was getting this like scale stuff, and so I bought some. Okay. Number one tip I have for you is to enlist help. So I have both of the kids here helping me to put their snacks into containers. So Benjamin's taking those Aldi zesty bold pretzels. They are so good. And he's putting them into snack Ziploc bags, and those are going to go in the pantry, which I'll show you later. And Brielle is putting grapes that I washed into little jars. Let me tell you, these jars are the cutest things ever because they're the Wii yogurts, the OUI yogurts, and they have these silicone lids you can buy off of Amazon and make them reusable little jars. So they are the perfect size. I think they're about 5 ounces for snacks for the kids. You can fill them with yogurt, which I do later, or just with some fruit. So here's the pretzels. They go in the pantry, ready to grab and go. They are definitely going to be gone within the week. And then Brielle is helping me finish up the grapes, which are going to go in there for snacks for them to just easily pull out from the fridge. And then I am going to take this regular yogurt, plain whole milk Greek yogurt that I found, and mix it with this salted caramel Greek yogurt that I found at Aldi. OMG, it is so tasty. I like to do this because I like to stretch the flavored yogurt, and honestly, it's a little too sweet for my liking to eat it plain. So I split up the wee ones and I put them in with regular whole milk Greek yogurt, and my husband and I will bring those to, well, I bring it to work and he eats it here because he works out of the house. And so I'm mixing those up and then also some for the kids with the salted caramel, putting them in the little jars. I like to eat mine with some granola that I make at home. So sometimes I do a grain-free, sometimes I do it with oats and nuts and stuff like that. I really vary it a lot, but so then I'm just trying to make room in my fridge, honestly. So I took the rest of the whole milk yogurt and I added it to the Greek yogurt and I mixed it all around. So here's the ones for Brandon and I'm mixing those up. Brielle is finishing, I don't know, I think she's eating a snack back there. But having all of these already like prepped and ready in the fridge made it so easy to just grab them for work. So that's like a mocha yogurt one, and then the key lime on top. This has the salted caramel mixed in with it. So good. And then you can see the grapes there. Perfect little size for them. And then Benjamin also did these raisins. I mixed actually some tart cherries with raisins and put them in those little containers. And Baylor actually takes those sometimes to daycare as well. So you can see there's 2 different ones in here. And then I also, which you're gonna see here in a minute, cut up some grapes for Baylor to bring to daycare and some blueberries. I had some left over. So having them all pre-chopped and ready to go makes it easy to just compile everything into the bags in the morning. Well, just Baylor's bag. And then these are the roll-ups that Benjamin made, ham and cheese, for their lunches because it's easy to just grab them out of the fridge and Brandon doesn't have to take a break from working just to make them some lunch. So I'm going to make this goat cheese spread, which I talked about in a previous haul video. So all you do, I got this recipe from my aunt, is you put a little olive oil on the bottom of your container, take the goat cheese, spread it all out, add a little more olive oil on top, and this is just so it doesn't dry out, and then put whatever herbs you want to on top. It is so delicious. So I put Italian seasoning, some thyme, and some rosemary. You could put, I think I put maybe some salt and pepper too. You could also put garlic powder. I can't remember if I did that or not, but that would have also been really good. And I just put that in the fridge and we would snack on that during the week. Next up, we are going to make some meatballs, and I'm going to freeze them. So I'm actually mixing some lamb, ground lamb, and beef, and I'm going to add cheese, and then that stuff that Brielle is so perfectly crushing for me is pork rinds. And so I'm going to mix that in with some eggs and also some seasonings. I think I did Italian with some salt and pepper, garlic. You could also do onion powder. I would have done maybe chopped onions in it too. That would be really good. I added nutritional yeast and then some raw cheddar that we got from Azure Standard. That is so delicious. So I mixed all of that up, and then I formed meatballs and put it on parchment paper to pre-freeze them before I put them into the food saver bags and, sucked it out with the vacuum that they have. And that is one of the best ways to store pre-made meatballs, if you're not going to cook them ahead of time. Really keeps them fresh. So here I'm starting to make some broccoli cheddar soup. So I just did some butter with some onions, added my frozen broccoli, and I have some beef broth there that I had cooked in the crock pot overnight, about 24 hours, with some bay leaves and onions and carrots and just some seasonings. So I'm going to let that simmer. And here I'm going to start making some homemade mayo, which I forgot to tell you that I added lemon juice, and I'll write it in the description box. It's super easy, like the best way to make homemade mayo. And that was just olive oil. You can also use avocado oil, not extra virgin olive oil though, just regular olive oil. It's probably not even pure olive oil, but it makes really good mayo, and it's just not as expensive as buying all the other stuff from the store. So I made that in order to make these little like tortilla sandwich things for me to bring to work. So it has the homemade mayo with mustard. I did a piece of Swiss cheese and some ham, and I just paired this with broccoli soup one day. I paired it with a salad one day. Kind of just used it to supplement stuff for my lunch to give a little protein, because I like to try to do protein. So for the salad, I'm chopping up all my lettuce ahead of time and making sure that it's already ready to go in the fridge. I didn't wash it here because I was going to wash it when I used it. Make sure to put a paper towel in with your bag because it will keep it fresh and crisp. And I find that lettuce like this will last 2 weeks in a bag with the paper towel, and it'll stay fresh. So I'm going to pre-make some salads here for work. So I just chopped up some lettuce. I washed this lettuce, and then I added this shaved cheese blend, and I am putting that in the fridge. So the rest of the homemade mayo, I'm going to mix with some yogurt, and I'm making a homemade ranch. So I just added my homemade ranch seasoning, and I actually added a little regular ranch seasoning. You could totally use just one or the other. And I'm putting that in the fridge for dipping and for dressings and anything of the sort. So here's the fridge all stocked and ready. I've got a cheese bin up there on the left, yogurt ready to go. I've got the broth and the fruit, and everything's washed, easy to grab. Here's my salads. It's a pretty full fridge, and everything back there that I might not need till the end of the week. I have some beef I'm going to cook up later for dinner. So it is stocked and ready, and it feels really good to have this at the beginning of the week because I feel like I can tackle anything if I have food ready. So here's the meatballs after they froze. I brought them back out, put them in these food saver bags, and now I'm just going to seal them up and make sure that there's no air in there, and they will last for a while. So I actually cooked one of these bags at the end of the week, and it was pretty good. I actually dipped it in my homemade ranch. It was almost like a tzatziki sauce because of the way that all the flavors melded and the lamb and the ranch, but it was very good. Even Baylor here ate it and loved it. So I'll just tell you that the broccoli cheddar soup turned out amazing. Brandon actually finished making it and added some cream and milk and seasonings, and that stayed in the fridge, and we snacked on that for different types of lunches and as a side for dinner. That is it for today. I hope you guys liked this video and got some snack idea inspiration. Happy meal prepping this week, friends. Until we meet again, don't forget, Life is better together.